Also wir sind hier in Fechter auf der BMX-Bahn und es ist unfassbar. Bennett und Greg Hill, Superstars, zu Gast in Deutschland und wir nutzen die Gelegenheit, ein kleines Interview mit den beiden zu machen.
So, Greg, hello to Germany.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, first question. You stay in Europe in Slahan 83 and Bercy 85, 86, yeah? The race and last year with Connor in Copenhagen. It's the first time in Germany?
Yes, first time.
First time in Germany.
Yes.
You like it?
I love it. It's nice. It's very nice.
What do you think is the best part in Germany?
You know, right now we've been from the airport to the hotel to the track, a few restaurants. So I mean, I haven't seen the countryside yet, but what I like is it seems very similar. It's not this much different from USA. You know, different language, obviously.
Okay.
It's very relaxed here.
Okay. Kyle, your first time in Germany?
It's actually my second time, but really first time to kind of really take in the culture a little bit and everything. And I came over the '04 Worlds that were in Holland. I stayed after, and then I went down to Germany. I think, how you say it, Köln?
Köln.
Sorry. And checked out the cathedrals and stuff. But this is pretty much, I would say, my first time to really soak it all in.
Okay. You like it?
I love it, man. It's like kind of like Greg was saying. It's just people are really relaxed. Like the clinic's been super fun. I think I'm learning more than a lot of the kids are. And you know, the kids are just, from the young kids to the older, they're just so cooperative. Like sometimes you do clinics and the kids are like, when are we gonna do this? When are we gonna do that? And they've just been really just go with the flow and all about learning. So that's been cool, and looking forward to spending a few more days here. Soaking it all in.
Very cool.
So, okay, Greg, you are the first NBA champ. That was in '79. It was the birth year from Kyle, yeah.
Wow.
And the first world champion. This is more than 20 years ago. The parts and the clothing for this period are now very, very expensive. How do you explain this old school hype?
It's crazy. You know, the people on, you know, bmxmuseum.com and vintage, and they collect these parts, and these guys, the only way I can explain it is that some guys are really into racing and some guys are really into collecting the parts from eras. They know what era correctness and that. My friend William, he's crazy. He collects, he has 8 GHPs, and he knows when they were made, what time, it's just a nuts. It's a hobby, basically. It's pretty neat, you know.
So, and at which stars of that time you have still contact?
I'm really good friends with Harry Leary. I talk to him occasionally. Stu Thompson a little bit. You know, but for the most part, most of the guys just move on, and you don't hear from them or see them anymore. They just move to other parts of life.
Harry Leary, he come to the world, you know?
Yeah. He won't come to the Worlds. No, not this year. No.
Okay, you are with your company very successfully. Tell us something about GHP and what can we expect in the near future for news?
Yeah, we're actually 5 years, as of May 1st, we're 5 years into doing GHP again. And now we're revamping, redesigning our frames, and we're going to very shortly, within a few months, we'll have new bars, stems, seat posts, quick release clamps, chain tensioners, cranks, and focusing more on that, and then a whole line of software, hats, t-shirts, jerseys. So we're putting a lot of energy. Plus we have the complete bikes, which we exclusively sell through Darren's competition, which are bikes that are really, really good spec, ready to race. So
okay, a lot of new things.
A lot of new stuff. Yes.
Okay. So and Kyle is riding a Risen fork. Is it your company or?
Yeah, Risen fork. This is me and my wife. We started this company a couple of years ago. We really just took the design from some other forks I did in the past, and we decided to make a company and just do it ourselves. And it's very small. And now this year we decided to expand and run, you know, a lot of stuff through Risen, which Kyle, you know, races for Risen GHP. But we're trying to make a good push.
So Kyle, how do you feel with the fork, and what are the features?
I think the fork's great, and I'm not just saying that because I'm sponsored by it. It's definitely very stiff. I think you can take some forks that are on the market, and you know, you can grab it this probably almost touched the dropouts, but this.
And you feel it's
You do
stiffer
feel the
than
stiffness,
the normally chromoly fork.
Totally. You do feel the stiffness once you put it on. I mean, I've raced this on supercross tracks, came up short, did some casing, and I think the frame's going to break before the fork. So, it's good, man. I think it's a.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, and it's got a good, clean look to it.
Okay, very good.
So, okay, some facts about Kyle Bennett. You remember at the Olympic team 2008, and yesterday we hear that you are in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. How it feel?
It feels cool. Greg's still giving me heck about it. I haven't. I think I'll really soak it in when I'm there. You know, Saturday night. It'll probably really hit me like, wow. I was the first guy to be in the Olympics as far as for the USA and the birth or whatever. And it's just cool to be able to pave the way, you know, and look back on that one day. And probably even hit me more then. So right now it hasn't fully. I haven't fully taken it in, but I really respect it. I think it's really cool.
Okay, your nickname is Butter. What does it mean?
I won't go like drawn out story, but when I first turned pro, we were all sitting at a table. Randy Stumphauser, Jason Carnes, Matt Hayden. I think there might have been a couple others there. We were at a race in Florida, and I'd only been pro for maybe like 3 or 4 months. And Matt Hayden, they called him the Diesel, and he wanted everybody to order by their nickname. Like you would have to say such and such wants this plate or whatever. And it got around to me, and I was like, I really don't have a nickname. And Matt Hayden just was like, we're gonna call you Butter because of your smooth style. And I thought that was a compliment, and ever since then it just kind of stuck, you know. I guess it's been my nickname from there on. So I think it's cool. I like it. I'll take it.
Okay, go back to the Olympics 2008. What is your impression about the race? Is it the biggest race for a racer to go to the Olympics in his career, in his life?
Yeah, it was definitely an experience of a lifetime, as probably anybody will tell you that went. It was hard to treat it like another race because we were the first ones there. You know, it was tough. Some of the things along the way because we were kind of like guinea pigs. You know, being tested. Try this, try that. You know, all the way up to the race. You know, so it was, in that way it was kind of tough dealing with that, but at the same time, just looking back on it now, being able to say you were in the Olympics is pretty cool. And like when people ask about the sport nowadays, you know, you can tell them it's an Olympic sport, and it really catches their attention then. You know, like, whoa, wow, BMX is in the Olympics, and so that's cool. And also, I think I took a lot in being at like the Olympic Village. You know, that was rad, getting to see all the athletes, knowing that even everybody that's there is the best at their sport in their country.
What is the bigger goal for you? The world champion title or part of the first BMX Olympic team?
What means more?
Yeah, more. What's more for you?
I think they each have their certain way they hit home with me, you know, to my heart. Like, I don't think one means more than the other.
Okay.
Really. They each have their individual meaning to me, you know, because I had to go through certain things to get the world title, certain things I was going through when I made the Olympic team, you know, so overcoming certain things to get there, they kind of, you know, have their own meaning.
Okay.
So, okay, Greg, you have very successfully worked with Randy Stumphauser and made him the national #1. How would it come to the cooperation with Kyle?
Well, you know, it's interesting because with Randy, the same way with Kyle, the sponsorship came about in a very, it just kind of came about, the opportunity came about. GP let Randy go, and I thought there was an opportunity to have him ride for us. And, excuse me. And then working with him, and you know, it all worked out really nicely, and he won the ABA title in '09, and then after in 2010 he retired, and then with Kyle we started to talk into last year, and he wasn't sure what his free agent was going to